A very good morning, student. Today we shall study first lesson from your prescribed book, Nehru's Love for Ganga. This extract has been taken from a famous book which had been written by late Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, the first Prime Minister of India, and these extract had been taken from Will and Testament of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Now, in yellow line, there is theme here. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was the first Prime Minister of independent India. Since childhood, he had a great love for the Ganga and the Yamuna. In this testament, Nehru expressed his desire about how his ashes should be disposed of after his death into the river Ganga and the rest of it to be thrown in the fields of India. In this extract, he described that he had a great attachment with Ganga and the Yamuna river that is located in Allahabad. In this testament, Nehru expressed his desire of how his ashes should be disposed after his death. Means after his death, how should the ashes should be disposed, and it should be disposed into the river Ganga and the rest of it to be thrown in the field of India in this way. Now come to the lesson. I have received so much love and affection from the Indian people, and nothing that I do can repay even a small fraction of it. And indeed, there can be no repayment of so precious a thing as affection. Many have been admired, some have been revered, but the affection of all classes of the Indian people had come to me in such abundant measure that I have been overwhelmed by it. I can only express the hope that in the remaining years I may live, I shall not be unworthy of my people and their affection. Here in this paragraph, Nehru says that I have received so much love and affection from the Indian people that nothing that I can repay even a small fraction of it. Nehru said in this line that he had received so much love and affection from the Indian people, and from that affection and love he cannot repay even a small fraction of that love and affection. And indeed, there can be no repayment of so precious a thing as affection. And he again describes that precious things, affection has no repayment because it is very precious. Many have been admired, some have been revered, but the affection of all classes of Indian people has come to me in such abundant measure. He said that many people have been admired by himself or by others, and some of them have been rewarded, but the affection of all classes of people from India has come to him in a very ample, and it is measure that he had overwhelmed by it. Means Nehru was very much overjoyed to get this love and affection. I can only express the hope that in the remaining years I may live. He expressed his desire that I have to live only a short time, and I shall not be unworthy of my people and their affection. Again he said that I shall always worthy for them, but I am not unworthy for my people and the affection which they had given me so much. To my innumerable comrades and colleagues, I owe an even deeper debt of gratitude. Nehru says that there are various comrades and companions who works with me and I owe an even deeper debt of gratitude. Means I am very debtful of their gratitude. Life have been we are joint partner in great undertaking. Whenever we are working, we are always a joint partner and undertaking all the work with the same time, and have shared the triumph and the sorrow which inevitably accompany them. And he again, Nehru says that we always combine with their, we always share our triumph, means our victory, and sorrow, which is very important, which is very necessary when we accompany with them. Student, come to the next paragraph. When I die, I should like my body to be cremated. It is wish of Nehru that when I die, I should like to my body to be cremated, means last pay homage to be done like this. If I die in a foreign country, my body should be cremated there, and my ashes should be sent to Allahabad. And if I should die in foreign country, my ashes should be sent to the Allahabad and sent to Allahabad, and a handful of these ashes should be thrown into the Ganga, and ashes should be thrown into the Ganga, and a major portion of them disposed of in the manner indicated below. Again, he has desired that my ashes should be disposed as I indicated below. No part of these ashes should be retained or preserved, and he wished that my body's ashes should not be retained or preserved anyway. It should be scattered according to my wish. Thank you for today.